Hello people, I'm Michael, and this is Southpaw Roleplaying, and just so you know, the name may be a little bit misleading. The channel is a roleplaying and gaming server, as I want it to be. The sad part is that my screen is completely jacked up when it comes to the resolution, so I have to have my game smushed up on my screen, but I'll make a sacrifice considering I'm, one, bored, and two, I want to start doing commentaries and show what I usually do daily and try to entertain as many people as possible. So this is just kind of an informational video. Overall, I'm going to be doing videos on Smite, League of Legends, Warframe, and PlanetSide 2. Those are the main ones I'll probably be doing. There's a few more in there that I'm just going to throw around. Once Shura 1.2 comes out, I'll be making a series on that with my friends. And just as an introduction to myself, I'm an avid role player and a gamer. I'm 16 years old. My name's Michael, and you probably already know that because I introduced myself earlier. And, well, I enjoy gaming, as I just said. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do a joust, and I'm going to be playing Cronos, and just to show a little bit of what I'm going to be doing on just normal series. And a little bit of information, I'm the owner of a gaming community as well. I'm not the full owner, I'm basically a co-founder in a way, but we don't really have much, our leadership is kind of spread all over the place. We're just a bunch of friends, really, and me and my other friend, he's actually the owner of the raid call that we use, but you guys will be introduced to my friends as I make videos. Some of them are incredibly obnoxious and hilarious. I'm not that kind of person, usually. But there are going to be some pretty ridiculous moments in there. So I'll just be making videos with my friends, basically, and that's the idea. And I have a Twitter and a Twitch. I won't really be using the Twitter much, but if you want to ask me a question or something, which I doubt right now because I'm not going to have that many viewers, that I'm okay with that, and I'll check my Twitter every once in a while, but I probably won't be tweeting until I get a good audience. I'd just like you to, if you just enjoy this video, then I would like you to tell your friends, etc. Anything that you can, just tell your friends about the channel if you enjoy it, and that would spread the word. So, I've made channels before. I kind of made one when I was 11 when I was playing Combat Arms, and I wouldn't talk in it because I knew people would get annoyed by my spooky voice, and I would play Combat Arms, so I did weapon reviews. And I got a few viewers out of that, but I never really got that popular. And then I did another channel with one of my other friends, but we kind of got in a fight, so that's kind of over. So I've decided to make this channel, actually, and just see how it goes. I will have a webcam eventually to see if just because like it'll add to the role playing a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to be using my usual typical voice and commentary, and I don't know much about Smite right now. I mean, I kind of compare a lot of things to League because I've been playing League for so long, but I watched a little bit of competitive of Smite so far, so I know a little bit about what they do. So I know that a lot of pros max out their boots first or get starting items. I don't really play 5s though. I like 3s, so I don't really. 5s are a little difficult for me, and I'd step up later, but we'll see what happens. So usually, if you guys have never played Smite before, for 3s, usually one of the main invasion routes is one behind this turret over here. If you can see on my mini-map, I'm facing this little corridor. People like to walk behind the turret, in between Phoenix and the turret here, and come up behind you while your team is trying to get blue. And it's really dangerous, so I'm just going to stand right over here. My friend Ymir over there, I don't know what he's doing. I think he may actually invade by himself, the little nation that I just said. But I'm unsure what he's doing. He may just be checking a bit. I'm kind of new to Cronos, so if I miss Skillshots, try not to cringe. I think we're going to give me blue. I'm unsure, but that'd be nice if I could get it. Sometimes I go for attack buff and then gank mid also, so we sometimes go for double buff route. Well, large roll. But I think we're just going to go ahead and take blues. So my teammates both start with boots as well, which I noticed a lot of people do that, so I'm just following along. This is a joke, I call myself the one true hipster at times, and my friends laugh at me for it. But now that I got the blue buff, I'm going to go ahead and head mid. So if you guys have never played Smite as well, or played Cronos, then I'll let me explain a little bit what he does. He has this little ground rise ability that kind of does like a little bit of an AoE damage. It's sort of hard to lead. Like, there's some times where I literally just miss it by a mile because I can't tell where they're walking. See, this is the invasion I was talking about. Okay, so we have an Odin, a Cronos, and a... Who's that? It's a Kali. Okay. Well, my Ymir's going to get caught, so... But, yeah, see, usually that works. But back to explaining how Cronos works. He has a little clock for a secondary ability. I usually max my 1 as main damage, but my 2... basically, it stops the clock on the left side of my screen, right above my bar. So, yeah, he is kind of right about that. I should have said something. But, it basically stops in my bar. So if I stop it in the quadrant 1, which is the top middle one, then I gain a little bit of health regen for a limited time. If I stop in 2, my mana I refund mana on my abilities, which I don't really need right now because I have a blue buff. If I stop it on 3, I gain extra magical power, and if I stop at 4, then I get extra damage onto my auto attacks based on my magical power. So, what I tend to do is if I'm harassing hard, I will go ahead and throw down my 3, and I'll just pop my double abilities, which is just my E and then my Q combination. And then, it's 3 and then 1 in Smite because they don't use it. Well, I actually do a 1, 2, 3 on League as well, but I'm used to calling it that. But I'll pop the magical power buff, and I'll hit them with the 2 abilities, so I can do a little bit extra damage. And then, if I'm going to go all in, I tend to stun them with E, and then go in with a auto attack buff, which is the 4th, and I Q after I stun them, and then I auto attack them to death, which it tends to, if you don't land your Q, you're going to miss a lot of burst. And see what I mean by missing by a mile, but whatever. Don't judge me, I suck, it's okay. And then in lane, I'm kind of just watching my resources, like my health and my mana, to see which other abilities that I can actually pull off using. So, yeah, this guy's gonna take a minute because I don't know what he's doing. But, let's see. I'm trying to harass right now, but I can't really predict his movement, so I'm not gonna be able to run my Q. Okay, back to explaining his abilities. I kind of went overboard on the number 2. His E is a 3, is a straight range projectile that does damage every time it passes through something. If you watch the minions right now, that's 1 6. See? And anybody that takes prolonged contact with the orb gets stunned, which is why I say I combo with the ability that's hard to land because it makes it a lot easier. And then it also scales pretty well off magic power. I've also noticed that Cronos scales really good into late game, but his early game is a little bit iffy. That's just me. I think I may have just missed a little bit, to say the least. If I land my Q a little bit more often, I may do a little better early game, but usually I just farm early game. I mean, I go for play when I can, but I'm not really good at this, so it's hard for me to... Oh, that's actually a good hit. Not bad. And, basically, if you guys, as well, if you're new to MOBAs in general, this is basically like a third-person version of a MOBA, which means I'm kind of like positioned behind my character. I know this may sound a little bit like, I'm not trying to act like you guys are stupid or anything, but some people are a little bit new to gaming. I just thought it would be nice to explain that. But MOBAs have a large amount of champions, or heroes, or gods in this case, that you get to choose from with different abilities, and you basically go into an arena, battle it out, and see destroys their bases. In this case, it's a fightable boss that's a Minotaur, and it actually does a crap load of damage. So I kind of enjoy that aspect of Smite, the way you actually have to fight a boss to actually finish the game. But that's pretty much how it works. In League, the Phoenixes are actually inhibitors, and the towers are a little different mechanics. But minions in this game, actually, I realized this after somebody told me this, actually. If a minion gets attacked by the turret, you don't get gold for it. But also, the gold works like XP in this game, so if you don't actually get the last hit, then you still get the overall gold as well. Yeah, and since my resolution's all smushed up, I cannot see my amount of gold, so I'm just gonna check my I button. So, usually I rush down a Rod of Tahuti or my boots, and in this case I actually overstayed lane, so I'm gonna get both my level 2 Tahuti and my shoes in the main guy. Which means I have like 125 magic power, as you can see on the bottom left corner. The blue buff's back up, so I'm going to go ahead and walk over there. Actually, no. Ymir's backing, so I can't. But if you guys don't know anything about Greek mythology, than or mythology in general. This game's a pretty good way of figuring it out. It's a pretty interesting topic. It's probably one of my favorite subjects of all time, considering I've ever been with a very, very... I love Rick Gordon, Spirit Rider, and so if you don't know who he is, he's the writer of the action series. Basically, it's modern times mixed with Greek mythology and stuff like that, so it's pretty interesting. But basically, Cronos is the god, is a titan in mythology, and he kind of controls time in a way. It's not as specific in Greek mythology. He's just kind of like an evil titan, but they kind of made a character out of him. And then Ymir's a Norse god. He's a frost giant. He's a frost giant. And Loki's an evil assassin character. That's just, he's the god of tricksters in Norse mythology. I would explain all these characters, but I don't believe I have the time to do so. And also, another cool part about my W is it increases movement speed and it increases the attack speed as well. You notice how fast that Cronos was attacking just a second ago. The enemy one was. If I'm talking too fast, or if you guys have any critiques on my commentary, please just feel free to speak about them. I'm completely open to criticism. I have an open mind to what you say. And if anything I do annoys you, please say so. Just in a respectful manner, in a way. Because we're all trying to be nice to each other in a way. Because everyone deserves a certain degree of respect. But if I do anything that you guys don't like... Ollie's ulting is oh, and I forgot to explain my ult. It takes me back in time by 8 seconds, including like changing my health and my my mana back up to where it was. So I basically completely return back to where I was 8 seconds. And I'm also invincible when I'm inside the orb. Okay, well I'm returning to base to grab my Ratatouille. So that's basically Rabadon's death cap if you play League. But in this game it's a called the Ratatouille. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please tell me, because I have no idea whatsoever. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get the blue buff. Actually, I keep contradicting myself about that. I might as well just go. Let's hope Ymir and Loki can hold the tower. Oh, wrong button. Crap. I slowed it down to the wrong button. You notice my damages took a massive jump just from that, that rod that I got. So, I'm actually quite scary now. But I really needed an obsidian shard and a polymelon. Which obsidian shard is a void staff, which gives you, so basically it gives you magical penetration and magical power. Oh Jesus. What the? Oh my god, sheer rage. I can't really throw it. Well, I probably could, but yeah. I failed there. Whatever. What's my score right now? Oh, I'm doing okay. I got 2 assists. I'm probably not doing very well considering, but it's already fast. Oh yeah, he got the he rushed down his level 3s. So, but oh wait, we did too. How's it that fast? Does that ult increase his movement speed? Whatever. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to work toward my obsidian shard, as I was saying, which is the magical penetration item in this game, the main one anyway. There's a couple of them actually. Void Stone actually gives you quite a bit, but the percentage, in my opinion, is a little bit more important. Oh, I didn't. I was gonna one-shot that. Well. Okay, so I'm actually gonna be a little bit ballsy here and go for the Ollie. Oh no, my stun's down. If I had my stun up there, I would have stunned her, went in, Q'd her, and then time traveled back. But I don't think I had the. I don't think I had the I lost my chance because I wasted my cooldown. Actually, my Q is quite a low cooldown. It's my E that's really long. So Odin's game. Okay. So how much gold do I need for my? Okay, so I need 1285. So I would like a kill if possible. So I'm gonna try to go for this Cronos. Stun. Well, I stunned the wrong person. Great. And see, this is what I'm talking about with the clock earlier. This is what I was talking about. If you watch me, I'm just pausing on quadrant 1. You can watch my health go up. And then I'm going to go back in time to screw Kali's initiation over. And then turn back around and try to stun the Cronos, fail miserably, and take the health briefing back on. I'm going to try to support the fight from the side as much as I can, but I'm probably going to end up dying to the Cronos. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. sorry if you cringe at my gameplay. I am very bad at Cronos. I just started playing him. I have about 5 mastery levels now, and basically, if you guys don't know what mastery levels are, if you don't play Smite, what they are is basically you gain a certain amount of experience points per champion per se, and after you win a certain amount of games or something, it'll basically, once you reach 100, every 100 you gain a god rank, which is just a way of determining how good you are at that character in a way. It's kind of like a rough way, but a mastery point is basically every time you get a god to rank 1, you get a mastery point. And so I have got 5 characters to mastery rank 1, starting with Hebo, then Loki, then who's my other 3? Ares. I'll have to look them up after this. I can't remember what else I got it on, but I think I either have 4 or 5. So I'm almost there with tier. I kind of got bored of them though, so I may finish this later. But no. Jeez. I don't think I've seen Holly do that good actually. I've always thought she was trash, to be honest, but I guess I'm just feeding. I'm not used to commentating while playing, actually. So, if I suck, I'm sorry, but maybe I should have played League. I could be a little bit more. Whatever. This is just an introduction anyway. That was a very good build-up. You did very well there. Okay. Now I'm going to start going for my Polynomicon. So I'll Lich Bane basically get an extra damage on hit. So it's based on my magic power too. So if I cast an ability, it gives me extra magic power on my next attack. But I chose the wrong effing. There we go. That was a good lead. Okay, so basically our goal now is to take down the first turret because they're freaking ridiculous right now. I'm very scared of their Kali, but I'm pretty sure she's not that ridiculous. I think I can actually 1v1 her late game, but I'm gonna have to get some armor for that. So I need 2,300 gold to get my Polynomicon, and then I'll start really snowballing. I don't know how to handle Cronos early game very well, so that's why I fed. It's kind of like, if you ever played League, this is just kind of an analogy. I consider him kind of like a Bane except for a mage, but that may be completely invalid, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But because if you think of a new player on Bane, very rarely do new players on Bane ever like not feed early game, if you notice that. Oh, another cool mechanic about this game, everything is a skill shot, including your auto attacks. So in other words, this is a completely skill-based game. There's very rarely will there be a character that it's easy to play. Holly being a very basic type character, but she is, I find that she doesn't, you get her concept down pretty quickly, but you don't really master her very quickly. She's very difficult to play, I've noticed, and I consider her kind of trashy, because she's not that great in my opinion. She's been distance closer since she's an assassin, so I kind of consider that pretty, considering I'm sucking, though, I don't really have a way to prove that as logical as I try to be, so. Well, I'm about to finish my Polynomicon now, and now that I have this, my damage will actually be ridiculous if I land my actual, what I was trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and go in, activating my 4th quadrant, trying to stun Odin with my E, and then miss. Oh, see what I mean by the Polynomicon? See how much extra damage I did with the auto attack after that? It was in yellow numbers in that case. Well, I'm happy, basically. Yeah. My ult didn't finish, so she raped my health so hard. I'm copying her. Okay. Memorized. Okay. I will definitely use that in the future. That's a good Kali build. Because I have never seen a character rip someone up. Wait. Never mind. I'm stupid. Forgive me. I'm playing Cronos with no armor and no health. No wonder she rips me apart. Yeah, so I'm kind of just feeding badly. Hope my teammates aren't too mad. Whatever. let's hope this video doesn't go past, like, it's 15 minutes. So, it's probably about a few gigs by now, so. This is worrying me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to go down this dude. That was a decent engage, actually. But yeah, I do crap tons of damage, but that's it for when I land my stuff. Okay, so Kali's gonna come teleporting out through that again, and I'm gonna back up because I don't like her. What level is she? She's level 13. Okay. Odin is pretty tanky right now, but he doesn't really much magic resist. He's got decent amounts of magic resist, but I got the magic in, so I'm actually a threat to him. What we need to do is we need to focus down the Kali and the Cronos, and it'll be okay. Cronos less because his build is absolute, like, I don't want to say it's not bad, but he doesn't have enough AP to scale the Fatalis and the Demonic Grip. So he basically, let me explain this really quickly. That is a really high magical power item with lifesteal, okay? So it's good. This item is meant to be bought early game because if you get to level 3, it stacks based off minion kills. So he's going to have that stacked way late game. It's not even going to be stacked by the end of the game, probably. The other two items, those items, with Cronos, his attack speed scalings are completely based off whether or not he takes damage. So, and I think Loki just saved my life by doing this. So, what I just did was I basically blew all her cooldowns. I stepped back to go back and see these guys. So, there's another Polynomic. I'm not really hurting him unless I have my Polynomic on the magic bonuses on, but I do hurt. Okay, so where was I? Actually, I was on a ramble, and I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was explaining his build. So basically, his attack speed scalings are completely based off whether or not he is a MP in this game. So if he doesn't get it, and he goes straight up attack speed, he's going to do no damage until he gets the magic power. I realized that for myself. I'm not just stating that blindly. I actually tried that build. Almost that build. I built these two items first, and then I didn't build those builds at all because I didn't all. But it didn't work very well for me, so. So I'm going to go ahead over to blue, and then I'm going to try to inroll back and grab my focused Voidstone, which is an item that gives me a extra magic penetration, because I want to kill that Odin. My last item will probably be a Soul Reaver, because I don't want to have to deal with Odin, because he's going to have a bunch of health, and so is Kali, because Kali's going to get a defensive item last probably. So I want to be able to shred their health and their armor. So this basically, you get it up to it. Late game ends, you hit them within 15% of their maximum health and additional damage. So, I think that's the first hit only though, so. It also gives crap tons of freaking magical power and mana, so I'm comfortable with this. I'm starting to get a little scary actually, even though my score isn't that good. My build is solid, so. This is not a straight build off of Heroes, but it is very similar. They don't go the Tahuti first, they actually go different. I'm pretty sure they rushed the critical isolation. I personally don't like the ult finish. Thanks for getting this round. That was close. If she got a few more ticks on me for that, she would have killed me. That Odin ult was just amazing. I don't know what to say to that besides that was just incredible. If you guys didn't see that, he just ulted midair. Not midair, like right when we weren't even there. To try to capture. I'm pretty sure he was trying to capture Loki, but Loki was actually not invisible, and Loki was at the other side. So I don't know what he was trying to do there. Okay, so I need to finish my Soul Reaver, which is like 2140, something like that. So I need a few more kills. If I land a good stun on the Kali in team fights when she doesn't have her ult, because her ult actually makes her miss, so I missed my primary damage. So she ages kill. Dang it. I could have killed her too if he did the wall. I would have killed him, but I would have died. But whatever. I was gonna come back and over the goal. I'm pretty sure that the Ymir's not gonna die to anything because it's just his defense bar. Like Jesus. There's no way that Ymir is gonna die very easily. So we have a very tanky. We have a very. Our team comp's kind of crazy actually. They have a little more coordination on their team, but they have like their Cronos' build is just. I don't like to criticize, but it's the first thing I can say. I'm just gonna logically smite his build basically because that item is meant for early game. I'm gonna let you read the passive right here. Pause the video if you want to read it, and then think about how long that's gonna take to stack. And minion kills in this game, like last hits, are a little bit rare because minions can actually cock block your auto attacks. So you can get block, like you can't get a last hit because sometimes a minion's standing in front of a minion. You can't fire over. So I'm gonna go ahead and ult so I can go back up to full and try to engage them. $772 damage, not bad. Not bad at all. And you noticed if their Cronos hits me, it's about 300 to 400 damage, something about that range. So I'm doing a lot more big burst damage because my Polynomicon, because I do a EQ Polynomicon hit, and I can full burst their Cronos and their Kali if I do that. The only issue is the fact that I can't land the skill shot because I have no skill. So, but yeah, if you guys are enjoying this at all, please leave a like and subscribe to subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be more coming. I'll be doing videos like this almost every night when I'm bored, which is at like 3 a.m. because I stay up really late and I'm almost nocturnal. So, and since I am homeschooled after all, I have plenty of free time. So, I'm actually still doing this quite often. So, just if you want to actually, if you want to share the, if you like the video, please share it. That would help me out a lot because I'm trying to start a channel here. So I just want to see how good I can do, and any criticism is accepted, as I said earlier. So. Okay, so I need that blue buff over there on the side before they get it. So you see, look how fast he's attacking. It's like if you ever played League, you know all those people that cry at you for like saying you have no skill, you have the scale to attack speed. I'm one of those people because attack speed scales off the base of it. So if you had a Nashor's Tooth and the crap ton of AP, then attack speed, I'm completely okay with it. But otherwise, it's kind of bad. In this game, it's the same idea. A Fatalis and a Demonic Grip with no AP. See, now that he's getting that, he's going to start hurting. But he needs to stack this all the way up in order for him to actually get ridiculous. I'm tired, I can't move. Okay, I may surrender next time. It's just going to be nice to this dude. I know, last night I stayed up for 17 hours playing Planet Side 2. For the first time ever, I played Planet Side 2 last night, and I played it for 12 hours straight, and I'm loving it, so it's a great game. Oh my god. Honestly, I think her basic attacks do more than her ulti, but that's me. I think she should, if literally she just walked up to me, Q'd me, and auto-attacked me, because I would have just died. So I died instantly anyway, but it would have been inevitable that I would have died if she thought of that. I actually had a chance of getting away. If my reaction speed was like a split second faster, I would have gotten away. So Kali's dead for 60 seconds, so I'm just going to memorize her build again. So she already had those 4, so I'm just going to add the Hydra's Momentum and Retaliation. And I'm going to try that build actually. So see what I don't get is, well actually I don't, not what I don't get. This just proves how bad I am. Look at my AP, okay? Look at my MP right now. 668, okay? I should be able to one-piece Cronos and Kali, okay? But if you look at my kill score and my assist score, this is why I'm bad. Okay? This is why I'm bad. But I'm working for trying to learn how to play him, so I guess you guys, once I get the feel for the skill shots, see, look at that crap. I'm so bad at this. At least I can land on attacks. That hurt like crazy. Now that I have Aegis, though, I'm actually going to Aegis through the Kali ultimate, and she's going to get mad at me. I'm going to be very happy about it. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Aegis level 3, so I can actually have a longer... It's like a Zanya's, basically. It's an invincibility field that makes you where you can't do anything, but it helps to avoid large amounts of damage. So I'm just going to use that every time I get Kali ulted. So here she comes. I'm going to try to bait it out here, actually. So I'm just going to go in blindly. I'm going to press F. See, now I'm not taking any damage whatsoever. I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to stun her. And kill her. Yeah, there we go. Just a little strategy I learned from watching people that are a lot better than me. This game's matchmaking system tends to matchmake you with people who are just godly, and against people that are godly. So we did basically what happened was we did a wombo combo with Ares. He pulls chains up into the air, and then he yanks they attach to everyone within his range, and he yanks everybody into him. And basically on top of that, you can add a Al Kwang ult, which is this high damage straight line ability. It just does ridiculous damage. And then we also did a Isis on top of that, which is more AoE damage. So we were just stacking AoEs, and it got to the point where we could literally one-piece anybody. But the enemy team, what they did in place to counter it was that they bought purification boots to cleanse the Ares team, and then one of them bought a Aegis like I did, and literally they dodged the entire combo. So we had to adjust our gameplay, which completely screwed our combo. So this game has a lot of ways to counter those types of combos, which is what I like, because you can't just a good coordinated AoE isn't that hard to land in this game. So if you have a large amount of ways to stop it, then it really helps. I hope I'm not. Currently it's 1 a.m. here, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because my parents are in the other room. So, and by the way, if anything is wrong with the video as well, I'm trying to record in HD as best as I can, but I'm not sure if my resolution is so I'm confused about it. I don't know much about video. I've done enough videos to where I know that I'm supposed to record in a set 16:9 for YouTube. I know that, but I don't know anything else about it. See that? Did you see that damage? That's ridiculous. That's the big ridiculous crap that Cronos can do. I'm gonna go ahead and sprint towards her, and I'm gonna try to catch up to her with Polynomicon Rock. She's really fast. Not fast. And the Soul Reaver comes in here, but he's not gonna get stunned. So my score is actually good by the end of the game. Isn't that surprising? So place the entire wave, and then we're going to go for the next turn. And then GG. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording as soon as the game's over. And, well, I just hope you enjoyed it. So, if you have any questions, just ask me. And if you liked it, like it, and subscribe, please. This is Southpaw. Cheesy exits.